No, yes. And I was going to bring this up because when he was, because he was posted out in was it Krakow or Kiev, either one, and he was there at the stadium with that BBC presenter who does the Formula One. What? In fact,
Jake
why was
Humphries.
he even doing the football?
Who?
Jake Humphries.
The guy that does Formula One for the BBC, or did do it for the BBC, because now moved over to Sky. Why is he doing the football?
I don't know. Maybe Dan Walker's had a day off or something.
I guess. Oh God! Don't start me on Dan Walker. Is that the guy who does the snooker with the big hook nose?
No,
I think. So.
Yeah.
I'd say it looks a little bit like the Arsenal goalkeeper. What's his name? Not Pepe Reina. He plays for Liverpool. Well, you need to help me out here. I can't remember his name.
I can't.
Who are you trying to think of?
The Arsenal goalkeeper.
Manuel Almunia.
Plays for West Ham.
Does he?
He does. He's moved. Yeah.
No, what is he?
What is his name? Polish guy.
Yeah,
Chesney.
That's it. I keep on saying.
Got a red card yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the BBC presenter looks like Chesney. Sort of.
Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from with that, actually.
Yeah. It's the hair.
Now I've got
Anyway,
a variation. I've got a variation of that text that was sent in.
Yeah.
Go on. No, you go on, Josh.
Oh, I don't know what I was saying.
Right, the variation of the Christmas dinner Des Lynam thing, right? Would you rather have Ray Stubbs or Jimmy Hill?
Jimmy Hill, I think.
To be honest, I wouldn't have either. I'd have Graham Taylor.
Really? I'd have Jimmy Hill. I'd just be worried that his chin would be dropping into my suit.
I tell a lie. I wouldn't have Graham Taylor. And I'll tell you why. Oh, hang on. I've got a call here. This Leon is just calling in.
Oh.
Hello.
Regular caller.
Hello, you're live on Winning the Toss, except you're not live because no one can hear you. Hang on, let me just put you on speakerphone. Right, can you hear me? Oh, sorry, I've just put mute on. There you go. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Can you hear Leon?
Yeah.
Leon, can you hear them? Can you hear them? Were you live on Winning the Toss? WTT, Saturday night.
Oh, again?
Yeah, again.
Again, yeah.
Oh, regular.
Does that mean I'm a winner or a tosser?
Whatever you like.
Okay. Yeah.
So, have you got a question?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Far away.
Okay. Should Andy Campbell play for Portugal because he's so greasy?
Was that should Andy Carroll play for Portugal?
Just repeat that again. But basically, when you repeat it, shout it down the phone so all the listeners can hear. Yeah.
Okay. Should Andy Carroll play for Portugal because he's so greasy?
Yeah.
He could almost play for Greece.
Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah. So sorry, Leon. I should say we've got a guest on the show tonight. His name's George Asney. He plays for Aston Villa. Yeah.
Oh man, that is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I would say that it's reasonable.
I would.
What?
What about my question?
Oh, your question. Oh, yeah. So, guys, what do you think about that? What do you think about that question?
All I'm going to say is if Andy Carroll and Pinto from Barcelona were to form a table tennis team, they'd be the greasiest table tennis team.
Did you hear that?
No, but I liked it.
Yeah. So basically, what he was saying was if Manuel Pinto, who's the reserve keeper for Barcelona, if he were to play with who was the other person? Des Lynam.
No, Andy Carroll.
Sorry, Andy Carroll. They would basically be phenomenal. They would be unbeatable. They would be the team of the century.
That's not what I said.
This is getting very unprofessional.
I think Andy Carroll should play for Portugal because that would mean that Ronaldo has more chance of getting punched.
Have you got another question?
I think I have, but not from me.
Not from me. Oh, is it from your mate Jesse? Yeah, go on, put him on. Yeah, put him on. Okay, so this is to the listeners here. We've got a question from Leon's friend Jesse.
Make sure
he's going to ask a question now. Are you ready? Yeah, you ready, Jesse? Right, fire away. Before you do, shout it down the phone so that all the listeners can hear.
Alright.
Okay, ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. In the Paul England game, David James was interviewed. And he actually some quite precise punditry with regard to analysis of the team. Weaknesses therein. I was wondering if you could make an adequate assessment for the likes of Shearer or just been shit and all that.
Josh, you'll have to translate. I just get.
Yeah, I didn't hear any. Jesse, if you'd like to translate that to English. Oh, no, sorry, no, it's because you're from Birmingham, I couldn't understand. Yeah, just repeat the question. Hang on, I'll put it towards my speaker. Sorry, my microphone. Yeah, go on.
I thought David James got interviewed by the team yesterday, and his punditry was of a much higher class, not political, than that of Alan Shearer or Lee. I was wondering if you make it added space. Also, if you have any commentary of Alan Shearer on TV.
Did you guys?
No, Josh, you're just going to have to tell us because it's cutting out a bit.
Question. I'm basically going to interpret it as who do you think is a better pundit, Alan Shearer or Lee Dixon? Was that Jesse? Can you confirm? Was that the question?
Yeah, but also David James'
and David James's comment yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, who would be? Was it Jesse? Who would be a better pundit, David James, Alan Shearer, or Lee Dixon? Yeah, essentially, yeah.
I was really enjoying David James yesterday. I think Lee Dixon is probably better than Alan Shearer, but I seem to enjoy Alan Shearer more. I think it's because of his Geordie accent. It's a bit,
I don't know though. I quite like Lee Dixon. Thought he was quite precise with his dissection of the game. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Jesse, can you hear that? No, okay. Well, don't worry because just for you listeners, we've also got our podcast, our Winning the Toss podcast. So if you can't hear the phone conversation now, we'll make sure that you can hear it in our WCC podcast, which is downloadable. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, Jesse, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the listeners then. Yeah. Okay. Cheers, Jesse, for calling in, and we'll talk to you soon. Brilliant. Okay. Bye. Okay,
see ya.
I love you.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
He's from Birmingham. Oh, sorry.
He's from Kingham.
No, from Birmingham.
Oh right, I thought you said Kingham.
I thought you said Kingham.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's.
Okay. I want to touch on a subject that I heard you guys talk about before I came online to you guys.
Yeah, go for it, George.
Yeah, I want to go back to the subject of Sepp Blatter, the racism stopped with a handshake. I mean, we know it's an outrage, but I mean, what are your feelings about that whole thing?
Sorry. Repeat that again, please.
I was saying that the whole Sepp Blatter thing, that racism stopped handshake, that whole affair.
Yeah.
I just want to gather your feelings about it, really.
Well, it's just a bit ill-informed, really, isn't it? I'm sure Sepp Blatter goes round saying, "Hey, mate, you're a fucking nigger," let's shake hands, and then it's all good. Yeah, I'm not pulling any punches. This is Sepp Blatter we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I would agree. Well, I mean, I wouldn't agree because I don't agree with racism. Not that you were being racist.
Yeah, I
but,
wasn't. I was. Yeah, it made me shocking. But this is the real world.
Yeah, no, go on. Yeah, go on. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just saying. I'm not trying to be shocking. This is the real world. This is Sepp Blatter's world.
Oh no, exactly. All I was doing was echoing your point to say that basically Sepp Blatter is a racist, and that is something that he would say.
Well, I'm going to make a massively ironic statement and say it's because he's from Switzerland.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Definitely.
Yeah. George, you've gone to Hungary.
I have recently returned. Yeah.
How do you? How do they view other countries there?
What in football terms or
no, just in general terms? Because I know me and George, we work together, and we work with a Slovakian who is massively racist. He is a huge racist. Like, not even in a funny way. Like, he is just racist.
That's true.
So how do they view that in Hungary?
Right. Well, in my experience, no one in Hungary, whoever I met, were just not racist. I think racism isn't even a thing in Hungary. To be quite honest, I think we could learn a lot from Hungary.
Well, it just goes to show, that racists are racist. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can come from whatever country, but if you're racist, you're racist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there were pockets of people who were that way inclined, but
absolutely.
Of the city I was in,
it only takes you to look at the Croatian fans where they're getting investigated by FIFA or UEFA, sorry. Well, it's only a pocket of fans, but that's.
I also think
that's like a sound.
I think part of it that Hungarian football generally is so shit they haven't had a chance to be racist on an international stage. So maybe if they give a chance, they might do so. But they're so crap.
They have the mighty Debrecen, and who else?
Yeah, that's where I'll.
Oh yeah, and MTK Hungary or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And no, is it MTK Budapest or something like that?
Budapest. But I've actually been to FC Debrecen's stadium. I drove past it.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I've been to Warsaw ground, and it's better than that. Seriously.
Yeah. No, I imagine it's probably not the best, but
it's not the best.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Are you moving on? Because I'm.
Oh, I said sorry. No,
I'm certainly not.
Yeah, no. I'll raise a new topic. So we're talking Brian McDermott. We're talking Guangdong Sunray Cave, 1992. What do you think, Owen?
Are you just reading through the start of your notes again?
Absolutely, there's a high possibility that is true. I would say is that I've never been a fan of Brian McDermott. What do you think?
Well, no, I always saw him as a very untrustworthy fellow.
What, like Ryan Giggs?
Yeah, well, exactly, like you said. There's something
again.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, once you've raised the topic about boldness and footballers, it's incredible. It's incredible how right you are.
There's so many. Have you seen Alan Shearer recently? Like, he's just massively bald.
Yeah, he's awful.
Well,
I think also.
I'd say that he's more receding. He's a little bit like Nick Miller.
Sorry,
I'll give Nick Miller is. I'll just explain briefly who Nick Miller is. Nick Miller is basically the new Steve Jobs. He's essentially absolutely. He's an out there entrepreneur. He's very hands-on, and he's not relevant to football. So let's move on.